See if we'll get our fans back. They might be like, oh,
The revamped blood sucking. How dare they show a clip?
I gotta find our live. There it is. Well, there you are. Let's see if we get our fans back. And I just got a notification for your live, so you really made them mad.
Who? Showing the video?
Yeah.
Yeah, bastards.
I now got a notification that you went live.
How about I just switch over to TikTok?
Go over to TikTok.
Blood-sucking YouTube fuckers.
You got one more day.
Yeah, you don't think it'll work tomorrow?
I mean, that's what they said. Didn't they just do a thing that said they're not doing it anymore?
Well, they're not doing it because they want to keep spying on us.
Mm-hmm.
And they're not going to be bullied into not spying.
There you go.
Oh.
Okay, Fawn is back.
I like how it takes place one day before the inauguration.
Isn't that fun?
So nobody can really fix it until later.
Fawn is here.
Eating chicken pot pie with dogs.
Is it true we're doing T-Bell tonight?
That's what I heard.
That's exciting.
Is it?
I haven't had T-Bell because S-Life doesn't like T-Bell, so we didn't get it the whole time.
You're kidding.
So I was kind of missing T-Bell.
Who doesn't like that?
S-Life.
You know, in moderation. You know, did you know those fuckers didn't open up till 10:30 today?
They like that.
10:30.
They don't care.
Where's
Carpenter's back.
Where is the lightning bolt from the heavens to burn that place down?
I don't think our town cares.
I know. I wish they did.
I just don't think they care.
They need to be punished.
C-Town cares.
JK.
That's me talking code, by the way. S-Life and C-Town.
What does that say?
Fawn is drinking sweet tea, too.
I don't have sweet tea.
Fawn is drinking sweet tea with the chicken pot pie.
Oh, also.
2, T-O-O. Get it? Okay. I just finished my first week of classes as well.
B-O-O-H-O-O. You ever hear that before?
Boo-hoo. It's a lot.
You like school?
At least 2 classes a day.
What, 2 whole classes a day? I used to do Monday, 6 or 7.
Well, it's all spread out, and then there's a bunch of schoolwork in between.
That's a drag.
Well, when I get home, I'm doing schoolwork, and then I get to relax for an hour or 2 and then go to bed.
Schoolwork sucks.
You're telling me.
Well, why don't we get into this thing? So,
Miss Carpenter says Diet DP. I love Diet DP.
I like regular.
I like Diet. I love Diet DP.
Anyways, we're going to do Bleed Like Me finally. And then David Lynch passed away, and it has a Duran connection where he actually did a concert film for them during the best era.
Oh, I'm glad we get to watch it still.
Well, that way I can at least know.
Are you at least going to put the laser on?
What is a laser? Oh. You've been gone so long, I even forgot we had a laser.
I know you love making comments. I was trying to get your barbecue sauce.
There.
I would have been here like 30 minutes early.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like for weeks.
Oh, yeah. I haven't been here.
How's that?
Well, it's not my fault. I got people visiting.
That's nice.
I had hosting duties to attend to.
That's slow. There you go. Oh, I liked it when it was all ding, 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 ding.
I like that.
All right. Then that's what you get.
That's fun.
So that's what we're here talking about. So hello, Laser Brain.
Hello, Laser Brain.
We're talking about this. And now, YouTube can't take this off because they don't know what it is. Anyway, it's a concert film done right before the tour. A couple months before, anyway. Because Ace got his voice back. And I guess that was a trial balloon.
You had a physical copy. You also had it on, it's not Voodoo anymore. It's Fandango at home.
Well, Fandango, but I will always call it Voodoo.
Yeah, but that's also lame and long. And
it's the same way that I call Costco Price Club.
Oh, they changed that?
It used to be Price Club.
I didn't know that. But I like Costcoing. You know?
Price Club is a much better name.
Yeah, I saw a lot of these. You're right. I didn't get to the end because it was 2 hours, but I got through a bunch.
That's too bad.
Well, because you told me last second yesterday, hey, we gotta watch this.
Well, because it's more like the songs, but it's the visuals and the directing style that you want to get the flavor of. Like right now, we're watching. I don't know what song that is, but there's
which is funny because on the back of the box it shows what we're seeing right now, the clock.
an industrial clock.
Going real fast.
Going real fast.
Ron's here.
I haven't seen Ron in a while, although he did say he was going to show up for this.
Yeah.
Ron, what do you think of the egg beater during the first song? Isn't that avant-garde? I'd show you all the egg beater, but of course.
You want to know my favorite?
What?
I know what your favorite is.
Did you get to it?
I like the fork.
Yeah, fork's not very deep.
No, it was deep to me. It really spoke to me.
No, I'm talking about deep into the show.
Oh. I thought you were just saying deep on like an emotional level.
You have to go all the way to the end to get to the barbecue.
Oh, I made sure to go to the barbecue because I was told it was very exciting. It's also black and white too, which I feel like is notable.
It's never in color?
I mean, what I saw, it wasn't color.
I guess I didn't notice it. When I first saw this was live on the intranets.
Mm-hmm.
And
I heard of that.
They were having some problems, but at that point I had a pretty good connection and I was mostly okay.
Mm-hmm. Ron says I haven't watched it for ages. Sorry.
Yeah, well, I hadn't either.
I didn't even know it existed until yesterday. So.
But it's not the way I like to watch a concert where it's all messy and stuff like that. But
it's interesting.
As a piece of history, which maybe that's why they call it a documentary.
Yeah.
One of his last projects. I don't know. It seemed fine. It's nice to hear those songs again. And there's also a proper Blu-ray of this concert series. But this is the Mayans, a small little theater in LA.
Yeah, but I mean...
So the people that were there, the glitterati, I'm sure they enjoyed the show.
And you get all these fun things in front of Simon's face.
Yeah, I think they're just overlaid.
Yeah. Look, there's a little color. They did like a thing of blue over it, but I think the entire thing's in black and white.
Also, what's notable is this is the last time you see Nick's legacy rig.
What's a rig?
That's all his keyboards set up like that.
Oh, okay.
You got the V-Synth and the A6 and the Jupiter 8.
Nerd.
This was it. Those never came out of the studio again. Now they're all the... Oh, God. Well, I can't remember. Roland... I don't know. They look all futuristic. It's all black and with red highlights.
Is there anything else from David Lynch I've seen that you know?
I don't even... He did a version of Dune back in the 80s with Sting.
I'm not a big Dune guy.
He did Eraserhead, seems to be the one everybody likes.
I don't know that one.
It's a hot mess to me.
It sounds very familiar.
I don't know what's going on there.
I think I've heard people mention Eraserhead. I don't know what it is. Fawn says, these dogs won't leave me alone, guys. They're driving me crazy.
Well, I would put on Murder, She Wrote and flip the camera around, but apparently YouTube freezes everything when you do that.
Mm-hmm. Just don't show stuff.
That's annoying.
Just us talk. You said that the last time, too. Remember we had Simpsons clips playing?
Yeah, they had to block that, too.
Yeah, I think...
And that I didn't stream. I inserted it into the video.
Yeah, they really don't like that.
Well, but it took them a while to figure it out. So I guess if you were doing it live there and I inserted it, maybe I could do that. Well, I'm sure I'd be put in some kind of YouTube jail.
Mm-hmm. You don't need that.
He did that. He's most famous probably for Twin Peaks, which is another one I don't get.
Definitely heard of that one before, and I heard people say it's good, but I've never seen it.
Well, I dare you to sit through it.
Well, maybe I'll try.
When I was watching that, it felt like the guy making it was goofing on me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I dare you to watch this.
Mm-hmm. You're not being very positive right now.
Well, it's just not my thing.
Mm-hmm.
He did do a movie called City of Industry that I actually do like. And it has Sam Elliott and RoboCop. Peter Weller.
Mm-hmm. You say any of these things like it means anything to me.
Well, you know who RoboCop is, right?
I never watched
it. See him walking around with a gun in his leg?
Yeah.
Okay, so that Peter Weller. City of Industry is more like an 80s.
Did anybody buy the hardcover book from 83, 84 tour?
The O'Regan.
Hardcover book.
Yeah, I've got the hardcover, but I've got the poor man's version.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have the giant version. I've got the
Junior.
little butt flipper.
Junior.
You can still see all the pictures.
Okay.
What they want is some godly amount for a book. I'm like,
It's a piece of history.
I paid out the anus for this Blu-ray. For the not this one, because this only came in DVD.
This is a DVD.
I wouldn't have a DVD if they had made a Blu-ray. I've seen some bootlegs, but the All You Need Is Now tour Blu-ray, I had to get a Japanese version because they were hiding Tiger on that disc.
Mm-hmm. Did I even tell you what I got at a flea market a few days ago?
What?
I got a little, what are they? The smaller records.
45s?
I got a 45 of Duran.
Hmm.
And it had, what's that song that I said I didn't like and everybody said I was stupid?
Planet Earth?
No, I like that song.
Girls on Film?
No.
The Chauffeur?
It was Secret October.
There's no 45 of Secret October.
It was on
Union of the Snake?
Yeah.
Oh.
There you go.
Okay.
And it was dark green and I really liked the color.
The 45 was dark green?
No, the outside was dark green.
Oh, you got the sleeve too with that?
Mm-hmm.
Look at you.
And it was only $2. And it's in good condition.
Do you know how lucky you are to have the sleeve? I never see the sleeves for 45s anymore.
Dude, I'm telling you, it was in this flea market that was horrible. But I found this one area with little records, and one of the first things I pulled out of the middle was that. And I'm like, I better get that. Just because even if it's just like a decoration thing, it looks cool. So I meant to show that to you. When I go back Monday, I'll have to send a pic to you.
Well, I had it.
Oh, well, excuse me.
And the 12-inch.
Can I show you?
In fact, I don't know if I ever had that 45 because I had the 12-inch.
Well, it was pretty fancy. They had a whole little... A bunch of the records were like just nothing. And then they had that one thrown in there. I was like... So I looked through the rest of them to see if there's any other cool things. No. Just wasn't. Which was lame. But that was pretty cool. I completely forgot about that. I'm not sure why. And I finally got a copy of Ferngully on VHS.
They had that at the flea market too? Look at you. If you only had a VCR.
Maybe if you fixed my VCR like you said you would.
Never have time.
He said, I'll bring it back here. I'll fix it for you. Because I'm like, it's eating tapes.
I think what I said is I'd look at it.
Did you look at it?
Well, I saw it in there. I didn't take the hood off.
Maybe you should open it up and see what's up. Because it ate 2 really nice tapes of mine.
I mean, at this point, I'd rather just give you a VCR than open it.
Okay, then give me a VCR.
You got it.
That way I can watch Ferngully finally.
Which one do you want? That giant one right there?
No. I would take the simplest, stupidest one you have. One that I can't mess up. That works.
Well, yeah, that's a big thing.
I got the adapter and everything. I just need a VCR.
All right, well, if we put some time aside, maybe I'll open up and see what the problem
Ron
is.
says, I've got the big one. Fawn is asking, how are you, Thomas and Sarah? Ron says, I've got the UK, Italian, American, and Japanese versions on Blu-ray. You heard Duran playing Italy, Spain, Netherlands, Germany in June, July. There was a couple
Oh,
things.
this June, July? Yeah. They are doing these sort of fly in, do a couple of hits, and then fly out right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder if and it's good we got Ron on here. Where are we at with Reportage? Is that really going to be released this year? Have they finished it? Will there be a proper tour for that album?
And
Are they really going to bring Andy around?
Fawn, I'm doing great.
I'm annoyed.
I'm annoyed because I went to 3 different places and they didn't have the barbecue sauce.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing worse than
What were your instructions?
get the barbecue sauce
From
Harps.
by
I went to Walmart, Harps,
by
and another Walmart.
by your house.
I did.
Yeah.
It wasn't there.
Right.
I went to the Walmart in Conway. I went to the Walmart here.
It was a mistake.
Plus, I needed my binder too.
Oh, it's true.
I needed.
I'm doing good here, guys. I'm glad to hear that.
I need to get my printer working because that
It
off-brand.
broke again?
No, the off-brand ink is not being accepted.
Just make it.
Trying. Apparently, there's some default setting that protects it against non-HP ink, and I gotta figure out how to turn that off.
You start punching it until.
And it works.
Right.
Yeah,
I did that one out there. I just started beating the hell out of it until finally it started printing out the pages I need.
Okay.
I hate home printers.
Ooh, Tom Paker's here. YouTube deleted one of my favorite tiny channels. The creator did nothing wrong. They're talking about like when you were showing the video.
Yeah, they're bastards.
But YouTube is just.
There's never enough money in the world for some of these people.
Ron says, yes, it's happening. Nick Rhodes said in his New Year message, working on it, hope to be released this year.
Uh-oh. When they say hope, that means good luck.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope that's not eating up new recordings.
Maybe it is. What about it?
Well, that would be a shame, right?
Yeah.
I don't have high hopes for that album. Usually I don't unearth an album that's been sitting around that long.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they think they got something good.
Maybe they jazzed it up a little bit.
Maybe. Let's hope. It'd be nice to see Andy again out on stage. That might get me out of the house to go see that.
Like a concert?
Yeah.
Look at you.
It'd be nice to see him again.
Okay.
I said last time I saw him was in Vegas. I want to say 03, 02, somewhere around there. They did 10 shows to gin up interest.
Mm-hmm.
To show record companies, hey, let's sign us. We still got some gas left in the tank.
Mm-hmm.
And when I saw that, I'm like, wow, the original lineup, because I'd never seen them
Mm-hmm.
together, because I showed up at Notorious era.
Mm-hmm.
And it was awesome.
Vaughn says YouTube is acting really weird lately.
They're not weird. They're money, cash gobbling.
Hey, look. Is he playing the Earth through Planet Earth?
Yeah, that's Planet Earth with whoever that guy is from My Chemical Romance. I don't dig him at all.
Oh, I know him.
He says like this.
What's his Gerard Way?
I don't.
Or is that something else?
Gerard Beltran.
That might be. I might be thinking of a different emo band. What did you say it was from? What band?
My Chemical Romance.
Let's see if I know my old stuff. Gerard Way.
Wow! Oh my gosh!
I'm so smart.
Gerard Wade.
I'm not sure about Andy Taylor. Ron says.
Yeah, because he may not be feeling up to it, but it would sure be nice. He has no interest in doing a full Bird tour, constant. But he might do a couple of one-off hits, right? I'm sure he was going to show up for the dance shows, but he didn't.
Huh. I wish he would.
And he did like a little tour a couple years ago with his own band. He must have been feeling good enough there.
Sorry, I'm checking on something. Every time I get a message from Google Classroom, I gotta check out what's up.
Yeah.
Gotta see what's going on. I don't know why my work got returned.
So I don't know what song this is. I love it when they show Nick's laptop because he doesn't read music. He just writes down the chords.
Mm-hmm.
So you just see a C,
Mm-hmm.
A,
Mm-hmm.
so you can remember. They just showed it. And this is the one with the little helicopter on there. Do you know what song this is?
Fawn says you need a nap.
I do? No, I just,
Thomas needs a nap.
Friends of mine, that's what they're doing. Which is weird they're showing a little helicopter, but whatever.
Well, because my friend's a helicopter.
Right. And then
I like
Notorious with Beth Dildo.
That's nice.
I can't read that. What does that say? Notorious.
Beth Ditto.
Who's that?
Ditto. I don't know. Let me look it up.
Never heard of him.
Let me look up who Beth Ditto is. Beth Ditto is an American singer-songwriter.
Oh, an American. Finally.
Let me see.
Oh, I think that Chemical Romance dude is an American also.
American songwriter most notable for her indie rock band Gossip. Her voice has been compared to Etta James, Janis Joplin, and Tina Turner.
Tina Turner. She's very
Oh,
distinct.
she's from Searcy, Arkansas.
I don't believe you.
Born in Searcy, Arkansas.
Beth, my apologies.
I'm so sorry.
Are you still in Cersei? Where are you?
And
Let's
she
have a
also
chat.
lived in Jutsonia, which I feel like I know where that is. In Arkansas.
You mean Judzia?
Jutsonia? Judsonia.
Yeah, that's the one right above Cersei.
Okay, well, there you go.
There ain't nothing going on there.
Indie rock, post-punk, synth pop.
Oh, what do you know?
Wonder if she does any songs I know. She's 43 years old. 1 week ago, they're playing Lincoln Center.
Where's that?
Ooh la la, move in the right direction, fire, heavy cross. I wrote the book, in and out, we could run.
I'm listening to something. Oh, Tina Turner songs?
I'm listening to Tina Turner songs, Fawn says.
Yeah.
Oh, Fawn says you keep yawning.
Me?
Yeah.
Well, my roommate kicked me in the back at 5 this morning.
Yeah.
So I was real happy about that.
Mm-hmm.
So I haven't had my beauty sleep.
I got you. It's pretty exciting.
I was pretty annoyed.
Yeah. Maybe you guys need to work on that. Take a melly or something.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Build a room up there in the attic. Just
Yeah.
like Greg Brady.
There you go. Oh, I don't like that attic. You make me go up there for stuff and I hate it.
Dude, there's so much stuff that needs to go up there too. Just wait. You're going to get attacked.
I don't like it. I get attacked a lot. I was just told to go look for some pills today and I'm like, I don't have these pills. Sorry to hear about that, Thomas.
Well, that's life, right?
Karate chopped in the back.
But I would have been fine, but the final straw is this. I hate it when these corporations are so greedy.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's the fork. Sorry. That's not the fork I saw, though. It was just like a fork across the screen. Those are like paintings of forks and person holding egg.
In rubber glove.
Industrial
rubber glove.
Mm-hmm. Which is how you want it to be.
I was glad I watched the show. I hadn't seen it in a while. That's nice. And they sound pretty good.
Yeah, I think it's entertaining to have all that stuff overlaid over the screen.
And then so it's got those two guests and I think they said, what's the chick's name that sings on Leopard? Kalis?
Does it say it on here?
Must say it on that package back there. Kalis.
Leopard. Do they do Leopard?
Yeah.
There, with Kellis. Kelis.
Yeah, so it was nice to see her. She's on the
Kellis.
record.
I wouldn't be surprised if in the I wouldn't be surprised if in the near future the news says that Andy has passed away.
Oh, I don't want to hear that.
Well,
That'd be a major bummer. I thought he was up on the upswing.
He's just saying he wouldn't be surprised.
That'd be a drag.
That would be a drag.
Like a big one.
Oh yeah, there's the helicopter again. Sorry.
Because we had a 3-pack this week. We had David Lynch. Of course, we had our president, Jimmy Carter.
I heard about that.
And there was another one. Oh, Bob Euchre.
I don't know who that is.
He was a baseball guy, and
Oh, I don't know.
he was
baseball.
on Mr. Belvedere.
Don't know what that is.
He did commercials
I know what a commercial is.
for, I don't know what he was doing, beer or something?
I know what beer is.
At the ball game? Bob Euchre's just one of those people that's around.
All I know is
You know what I mean? You know how there's celebrities that show up, you're not really sure what they do, but they're everywhere?
Yeah.
That was Bob Euchre. He was
Perfect.
everywhere.
That's a bummer, man.
And the last time I saw Jimmy Carter, he didn't look too good.
Well, there you go.
They were doing something. He was like laying back like this, and he does that. I don't know.
The only reason
You know when they do that?
Yeah.
Like, ooh, don't look like it'll be too long.
The only reason I found out is when I walked into the UCA library. They had all of his books out on display, and I'm like, he must have died.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
every single one of them.
Hey, there's our fellow Arkansan.
What are you talking about? Oh, that chick.
That's Beth.
Cersei.
She's right up the road.
Yep. I
I
didn't go see her house.
forget what I was talking about now. Oh, well, it wasn't important.
You probably
This Notorious, I like this version of Notorious. It's kind of fun.
there.
Pretty obvious, that swirl there from the album.
That swirl. That was the one I was talking to you on the phone last night. That's about as far as I'd gotten.
Alfred Hitchcock.
I remember I told you I was being hypnotized.
Oh, is that what you meant by that?
Cancer can go fast. Everything can change within days. I bet Andy gives his all in the studio.
Well, I'm sure he does. He did a good job on the new record, but my understanding was he got connected with somebody who knew what they were doing, and he was on the upswing. By the way, speaking of which, they have a show on the internet, and it's the what do you call it? Internet channel is called Two Way, but I don't think it's the name of the channel.
Mm-hmm.
Number Two Way. I think it's a new platform they're trying to get other people to do content to, but they have something called the Morning Meeting,
Mm-hmm.
and they're news people.
Mm-hmm.
And they put this guy on the other day. I never heard of him. It was a Japanese guy.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, "Oh, we're so excited to have so and so." I'm like, "Who the hell is that?" Right?
Mm-hmm.
He gets on there. Apparently, he's a very educated man who's a doctor,
Mm-hmm.
and also, I guess, is so successful he was able to buy the Los Angeles Times. It's an important newspaper.
Mm-hmm.
And he comes on there and talks about. And the one guy goes, "Hey, where are you at with that cancer research?"
Mm-hmm.
He goes, "We fixed it. We were able to isolate a cell in everyone's body. It's called a supercell.
Mm-hmm.
And when activated, it's there specifically to remove cancer out of your body.
Cool.
And we're trying to get approval because you
Well,
have to
there
go
you
through
go.
this long process, right? Because they need to know, well, what happens when they activate that cell? What else happens besides eat the cancer, right?"
Mm-hmm.
But he said, the worst thing you can do is go through chemo. Because the
Okay.
second you go through chemo, it kills that cell forever. So anyone that's had chemo, that's the beginning of the end for you. Apparently, it's the wrong way to go.
Yeah, but sometimes then it kills the cancer. The chemo.
Well, yeah, but I mean, people are never the same. I guess from certain points and whatever. But
Fawn says, I'm loving the lights behind you guys. And Miss Carpenter says, love the laser.
well, you were right to have that turned on, huh?
Told
I
ya.
forgot it was there. I use it as a headphone stand now.
Everybody loves the laser brains.
So hopefully, there's some good news
Hopefully.
on the cancer front. But would like to see Andy stick around.
2025 and still no cure for cancer.
Well, not according to this guy. According to this guy, he can do it.
I'm going to believe it when I see it.
He wasn't a flim-flam man.
Mm-hmm.
I was listening to him, and he sounded pretty legit to me.
I'll still wait to see it. Can I see it?
Can you imagine if I get a supercell going?
Yeah.
It's going to be great.
That's what you need.
I need a supercell.
Supercell.
As far as I know, I haven't been exposed to any serious radiation, so.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I have either.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we are talking about Duran, though.
There's another yawn.
What do you want me to do? What can I do? What can I do?
Well, Fawn brought it up. Now I'm going to be like looking out for it.
Yeah. We're still doing Notorious. So what else can we say about David Lynch?
Groovy.
Because you don't know much about him.
I don't.
And I really don't either. I mean, he's another guy who, I don't think he's made 10 films. And he's been around, I think Eraserhead was in the 70s?
Mm-hmm.
Late 70s?
Sounds like I need to watch Eraserhead.
Yeah, it's got Tim Robbins and I can't remember the other guy. Does anybody in the chat know who's in Eraserhead?
Who's in Eraserhead?
Off the top of your head? I mean, anybody can Google it, I guess.
Starstruck, Q&A, Nick's Dream, Simon's Dream, White Light, First Instrument, Concert and Song, In the Studio, Backstage, Reunited, and Trailer. Special features on your little DVD. I don't think I get any of that on my Voodoo copy.
I don't know what's on there.
Well, that's...
But I knew I
everything
couldn't
I
get
just
that to
said.
you on short notice, so I thought, well, I wonder if I have it on Voodoo.
And you did.
And I did.
That's good. Because every time I seem to check for something on Voodoo, we don't have it. So the fact that we had this...
I got a lot of stuff on Voodoo.
I feel like every time I go look for a movie, it's not there.
What was the movie you couldn't find on there?
You always ask me to come up with these examples. It happens in the moment, man. I'm like, I want to watch this, and then it's not on Voodoo. I want to watch this, and then it's not on Voodoo. I don't have a 5-page research essay on it off the top of my head.
I would just remember. In fact, Voodoo is getting better. There's several movies I've been looking for a long time, and all of a sudden they showed up.
Yeah, because you got Fandango.
Oh, well, I think they're just finally making them available. And I got a nice letter from them today saying, "Hey, your copy of Seven, we've upgraded it to 4K for free."
That's nice.
And I
Why'd they
said,
do that?
"Yay!" I think maybe they're scrubbing the SD copies and the HD copies,
Well, there
going
you
for
go.
better stuff. Would be my guess. I don't know. They've done that on a few things.
Looks like nobody seems to know off the top of their head who's in.
Eraserhead. I
Eraserhead.
tried to watch Eraserhead. I don't know how long ago. I was like, huh? What
Who
are they
you?
doing?
Yeah.
All his stuff, really. What? But you could check out City of Industry, I think is the name of it, with Sam Elliott and
That's the one you said you liked.
Peter Weller. If I had to pick a David Lynch project, it's
Not
very
Duran.
well. That's not really. He's throwing some overlays on here, and between
Like
you and me,
fog machine.
I feel like I could have got pretty close to this,
Probably.
and I don't know nothing.
But then, why aren't you David Lynch?
Right? Because he stepped out.
There you
That's
go.
why I never step out. I just sit here and go, I could do that.
I could do that. I could do that.
Oh, I could do that.
Yeah.
I could put a wipe over that.
See, that's what I always think, and then I go to do it and I can't. So.
Well, I mean, it's just little tricks you can do. I had back in the '80s. I had a like a mixer.
Oh, I've heard this story about 100 times.
Oh, okay, great. What is it?
You used to be able to like pull stuff, like phone calls and stuff like that, and you could just sit
Oh
there,
no, I did that low
and-
tech. I did that with a little pocket
and
recorder.
you used to make your own sounds and.
I could remove the audio from a videotape and insert my own audio, or mix them together, so you'd have the original audio and then other shits.
Did anybody see the movie Little Shop of Horrors? Yes.
Yeah, Lynch didn't do that though.
Tom Baker says yes, the 2 versions. I saw whatever one had that guy I liked in it.
Yeah, I don't know what 2 versions are. I know Rick Moranis and that other chick that talks a bit strange.
Mm-hmm.
I heard somebody wants to wants to redo that.
Not sure why.
It's
Great the way it is.
Yeah, sometimes the lower tech stuff is good. There's Anna, so she's been around forever. I think she showed up during the Reformation and has never left. And there's Dom already too. He showed up at the tail end of the Reformation to take over for Andy, and he never left. Roger came back and he never left.
The first one was with Jack Nicholson in 1962.
Well, really? I've never even seen that.
Me neither.
Hadn't heard of it either. Hey, what's the problem with this plant over here? That's my Jack Nicholson.
It's pretty good.
What do you think?
10 out of 10.
Who's Jack Nicholson?
I know he sounds like that. That's about it. That's like the one thing I know about him.
What do you think of the beard era?
I like the beard.
Yeah.
There's only a few times I think you can go wrong with a beard.
Like when it's that long and it gets caught in a...
That'd be pretty bad.
Remember those old... Maybe you don't. They used to do laundry by rolling it through a machine.
Let me take a guess. Blame the machine.
I think so.
I think so. It's shaking.
Look at the amount of money that was spent on that.
They're just shaking around some letters. I like the beard, Tom Baker says.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Had a very Russian look to it, though. Because some of the photos, too, they were these big long coats.
Mm-hmm.
And even, I think when they played, they opened with Before the Rain. And the video up on the screen looked like old Russian World War I footage or stuff.
Maybe that's what it was about.
Maybe. I don't know. He doesn't usually like to talk about what they're about, so you never know. That's a fancy shirt, too.
Yeah, but you wish you had it.
I wouldn't even know how to tell, to steer you people to where to find this. I mean, I guess I would say Voodoo Fandango, but you have to buy it.
Which I think I saw, it was on some like weird stuff. Let me see where I saw it. What is it called? Unstage.
Unstage was a whole series. This just happens to be the Duran Duran version with David Lynch.
Documentary / music.
It was something to do with American Express was doing a series.
It's on Tubi.
Oh, well, there you go.
It's on Tubi and Pluto TV. You can buy it on Fandango or Apple TV.
Well, how do you like that?
Well, there you go. And it seems pretty fresh. I didn't know it was 2014.
Well, that's when it was released. I believe this is 2011
When they were doing the film.
summer.
Is that Hungry Like the Wolf?
Yeah,
There's a wolf on screen.
they're going way out on a limb with that one, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right though. There's no color at all.
Yep.
They didn't even.
They had like a blue wipe earlier.
Yeah, I wouldn't call that color. It's more of a wipe.
It was blue.
That's kind of a weird choice too. Why black and white?
Because it makes it look artsy.
I guess so. Look how clear that picture is for a DVD though.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of impressive. What was the Voodoo copy HD?
I don't know. I don't pay attention to that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I just watched it.
Look at that chick yelling at Dom Brown.
Your favorite. Are people entertained by this? Us watching the video and going, wow, that's cool.
Well, I mean,
Look at that.
the problem is I don't know that much about David Lynch, but it just seemed like I had to say something.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody who collaborates with them, I should at least say thank you. Because this wouldn't exist without that. If there wasn't the David Lynch connection, this would have never made a home video release.
David Lynch, Duran.
So you wouldn't have it. What's that? They've got a bunch of concerts they don't put out.
They're making me yawn.
The Paper Gods one, they just dumped.
Which sucks.
They made it. They did all the credits. It was ready to go, and then they never printed any copies. They just threw it up on YouTube.
I like Paper Gods.
And there were some important songs they had brought out of mothballs for that. I like to have the physical copy. And the Red Carpet Massacre, even though not my favorite album, the concert series was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
And that was all taped, and it never, even though they said, hopefully we'll put out a disc someday, they never do.
Make your own disc.
And then that Vegas show for the Halloween, well, we're going to put it out. And then they put it on some weird streamer and cut out one of the good songs.
I wonder if the album will still be called Reportage.
It would have to be, right? It could be Reportage Reborn.
Maybe. I think they'd have to call it the same thing.
What do you call, it would have been 20 years? It'll be the 20th anniversary, Reportage 20th anniversary.
You're making me yawn a lot over here.
Except I didn't yawn.
All of that residue yawning is happening.
Residue Yawning. That's a good band name.
Residue yawning?
Yeah.
That's actually not a good band name.
I don't think it will. What does that mean?
I wonder if the album will still
it won't
be called...
be called Reportage. Well, I did hear them complaining about it because no one could read it. Apparently the spelling of reportage is difficult to...
When you say reportage, then yeah. Reportage.
And it doesn't, that doesn't fit, well, I guess I haven't heard those songs though, right?
You gotta listen to them first.
I'm confusing it with Red Carpet Massacre. I wouldn't call that reportage either. But repertoire. I don't know. I was watching something with them. They said they were near flat broke after Liberty.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently Nick Rhodes was several $1 million in the hole.
Mm-hmm.
And the record company was squeezing him, saying, we're going to give you a couple of dollars to start recording, but we're going to listen to what you got. Maybe we'll go forward.
Okay.
And then luckily he pulled out Ordinary World.
Which is great.
Which probably, I mean, there's Mark Ronson right there.
Yeah, I heard of him.
Yeah. Hope he comes back to punch up reportage.
I can't tell if you're excited for it or not.
Reportage?
Yeah.
I'm always happy to hear new material.
Yeah, you seem pretty sour.
I'm afraid of two words, political
and
the aughts.
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder what it's going to be. Remember, it's the record right before what Red Carpet Massacre, somewhere in that area.
Come on, what amount of money did the band members spend? ? Ron says they were nearly broke. Yes, it's true.
Right. Apparently, Nick had a nasty divorce. I don't know how you blow that much money though.
Yeah, Tom Baker says blowing all that money.
Yeah, you might want to save a couple there.
Save like
Not to mention,
$5.
what about residuals from sales?
When
I
you're
don't.
rich, you just start going for it.
Yeah, but I mean, when you have a bank of songs, Mariah Carey, when's the last time she did anything? And she collects every year.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, how could you be broke with a catalog like that?
I don't know, man. I'm not a finance guy.
Unless they don't get any money off all those re-releases, but that can't be possible, can it?
I don't know.
I wouldn't think so.
I don't know enough about music.
Well, anything. You make a film. I mean, even the worst film hangs around forever, and you can make some money off of it. That guy who does when I go, when I die, I wanna go up in the sky, go to the place.
Paper
that's the
Gods is out on
best.
DVD, Japanese version. I've got it.
It was an official release.
Paper Gods is out on DVD, Japanese version.
It's
I've
not a
got it.
bootleg. I'm gonna have to look about getting that.
There you go.
What a bummer! It's a DVD though.
You have a DVD right here.
I don't want a DVD.
You love DVDs.
I'd rather have a Blu-ray. And you know what? I'd rather have a 4K.
You're gonna be okay.
I'll be okay, but you know what I mean? Some bands deserve a 4K. Other bands deserve a DVD.
Fix my VHS player, then we'll talk.
Maybe.
I'll see if I can get you a Blu-ray.
Really?
Yeah.
Not a bootleg? I'm not interested in bootlegs.
Well, it's gonna be bootleg if I'm making it.
Alright, well, whatever.
Whatever.
Ugh.
There's your yawn again.
You have anything else to say about David Lynch?
I didn't know who he was until yesterday.
Wow.
So, I mean, I've heard the name, didn't know anything about him.
I was surprised when I read it because that guy's always around.
Mm-hmm.
Bob Euchre, I'll be honest, I thought he was already gone.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, I thought he died like
Well,
10
there you
years
go.
ago. So that was one of those. But
He's been on the DL.
certainly Bob Euchre impacted me more than David Lynch.
Mm-hmm. On those beer ads.
No, he's a funny guy. Plus, he's
Yeah.
on Belvedere.
I don't know what that is.
That show where they got a butler. Streaks on the china. Never meant much before. No one cared. You don't know that song?
No.
It's one of those cheesy 80s sitcoms.
I think you're insane.
It's pretty bad,
Okay.
but it's still
I'm
funny.
glad you love it.
Hey, listen, I love cheese.
I do like some good cheese. Did I tell you I watched Lisa Frankenstein finally?
Yeah, is that cheesy?
Super good movie. And it was meant to be a cheesy 80s movie, but made in like... You know what it reminded me of? That one movie where that high school kid unearthed the caveman
Yeah.
and he started going to high school.
Encino Man.
That's what that movie reminded me of.
Encino Man didn't really hold up, but...
But except they made it a little bit more adult because it was made by that person who made Jennifer's Body, which I finally watched, and that's a lot.
Although Encino Man has a line I still repeat to this day.
Mm-hmm.
One of those guys goes over to the 7-Eleven and sticks his mouth under the Slurpee machine.
Oh, wheeze the juice.
Wheezing the juice.
Wheezing the juice. But that's what it kind of reminded me of. It kind of had a similar...
Cheese.
Yeah, and that was the point.
Mm-hmm.
It was supposed to be like a cheesy 80s movie with some Jennifer's Body inserted into there.
Which is another shit movie.
It was okay. Which I like this one way more than I like Jennifer's Body.
Mm-hmm.
Just throwing that out there.
I tell you, that's not my bag.
And apparently the main guy who played the Frankenstein guy, I don't know who he is, but the people I was watching it with knew, and they were like, I love him. So let me see. But I'm definitely going to watch that again. I think that could be something that could be like a cult classic. You know what I'm saying? It had the same vibes.
Really?
It had the
Lisa
same vibes.
Frankenstein?
Yeah. It kind of had the same vibes.
I think I turned the corner.
What do you mean by that?
Whereas I'm like, that can't be a cult classic. It's too new. I don't like the new stuff.
Well, but you know what I'm saying? Like, it's the same energy.
When's the last good movie you saw?
What do you mean by that?
You're like, wow. I'll go pick up that disc.
I mean, I kind of want... People are going to judge me for this, but I really like Saltburn. even though it was...
Saltburn.
Yeah, it's up for awards right now.
Oh.
And we watched it when S Life was over here, and I'm like, there's a few scenes that are really hard to watch.
Yeah, I'm not interested in that.
But throughout the whole movie, it was very well written. It got me with the plot twist. You know, that's what I call a good movie. Who's this guy?
Maybe The Menu was the last good movie I saw.
That's a great one. We watched that when S Life was over too. She had never seen it.
Yeah, that's
and
a
she
good
said
one.
that was really good.
I thought so.
Cole Sprouse?
Who's that?
I don't know, but everybody I was watching with knew.
I know Levi Strauss.
What does he do? What movies has he been in? Sweet Life of Zack and Cody?
All
Riverdale, I know people like. Apparently he was on Friends at some point.
right. Okay.
Don't know.
Oh, by the way, the other day I went, speaking of Cersei, I don't know if I should tell the full story.
I'm seeing Don Brown again live in a few weeks' time, Ron says.
Yeah, is he in England again?
That's what it sounds like.
Because they did a couple of shows before New Year's, and then a New Year's show, and then day after, and then whoosh, right on the jet and out again.
What were you saying before that?
Yeah, so it has something to do with Rio album. So I saw a woman was selling 4 Pat Benatar records, originals. And they said they were in good shape. So I contacted her. I tried to negotiate her down. I guess she got offended or whatever. She's like, no. That was her attitude. I'm like, oh, okay, no problem. Last week she contacted me because apparently no one wanted to pay her price.
Yep.
So I thanked her for reaching out to me and said I would go talk to her. What do you got there?
Simon is doing an 80s on our local radio. He's a DJ all day playing Duran Duran and massive announcements.
Oh, he's giving Duran Duran announcements? And he's on the local radio? I thought he had a Sirius XM show.
On our local radio. Ron.
Surprised he doesn't put that on the Sirius show.
I just work here, man.
So I said, okay. And she was like really weird too. I'm available on this day and this day between these times. And I'm like, usually when I start hearing this kind of stuff, I'm like, no, I'm not interested. I don't care. But I'm like, all right, how about this time? So, okay. So I go over there, but I decide I'm going to bring some extra money because if she's got Pat Benatar records, wouldn't it make sense that she'd have other records? And we don't find stuff like that around here. The only place I've seen that would have anything I would want to buy, they're charging up the ass. So I went there, and she hands me the records. I give her the money, and I don't say anything, but I'm waiting to hear what she's got to say. She goes, I got a bunch of boxes of records. I go, oh yeah? She goes, yeah, you want to look at them? I said, yeah, I would. So she brings out the box, and I start going through them, and there's actually good records in there. So I can't believe it. And then I'm thumbing through it, and boom, there's an original copy of Rio.
There you go.
I'm like, all right. I pull it out. I look. It's got white shit all over it. Like when you knock something into the wall and some of the paint transfers over to it? It had a bunch of that on there, so there was no saving it. But I was able to pick up some other stuff. Maybe I should go show people, since this is about over anyway. You know what? You show, you don't tell, right?
Okay.
I'll go grab. There's only just a few of them, but so I almost had an original copy of Rio again. But if I can't listen to it, I'm not buying it.
There he goes.
And she was tough to haggle with. But
she knows she's got something good.
Well, I told her flat out. I said, "Listen, I'm not a collector. I'm not reselling these. I listen to them. This is what they're worth to me." So we were able to make a deal.
I got you. I emailed him the other day. Radio to London. Ooh, Ron, did he respond? And what did he say? He's got the documentary still playing on. I keep calling it a documentary because I thought it was going to be a documentary, but I called him and I'm like, they're not doing a documentary. Is it just a live show? And he's like, yeah, it's just a live show. I don't know why you thought that. When you look it up, it says documentary, so apparently I'm the idiot. Just fine. It also said it was a musical, so This is my favorite musical, Duran Duran Unstaged. But I'm seeing what they're putting out here. They got a whole orchestra over here. He's got an acoustic guitar out. I wonder what song he's doing. We saw this one. Oh, maybe he's doing Ordinary World right now. That seems on brand. I don't see anybody else on stage with him. There's no volume, so I can't tell. I hear a lot of shuffling in the other room. Taking him an awful long time to get those records. I bought Red Carpet, Rugby, Red Double Vinyl on Indie. I bought Red Carpet, Ruby, Red Double Vinyl on Indie record label. Does that mean anything to you?
That means it's a real fancy copy of Red Carpet Massacre. They probably didn't release a record when that was out.
Okay.
Records were in the downswing.
Hope you didn't say anything embarrassing on your mic.
Well, I just talked about you.
I talked about you, and I was talking about what I was seeing on the TV because I didn't know how to fill the time.
All right. So, and this chick wasn't lying. These are the actual records themselves are in great shape.
It's nice. Pat Benatar.
Boink.
Well, you got a couple of them. I like the Straight Jacket one.
Yeah, look at the condition of the record, though.
Very sweet.
This has got to be 40 years old.
Very nice.
By the way, this chick looks spent.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, where did you get all these records?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was thinking. And she goes, yeah, my daughter had all these records in storage. Because she looked like she'd be listening to, I don't know, Eagles or something.
There you go.
Although she did tell me near the end that she's into hard rock.
Ooh, okay.
I'm like, really?
So am I. Did you ask her about Garbage?
Yeah, way too new for her. She looked like garbage.
I like that one.
This one's an iconic one.
I
Couldn't
like
get
the
away
Straight
from this
Jacket
one back in the 80s. I know what's on the Shadows of the Night. Well, that's a good one.
What else you got?
That's it on this one
Oh,
that I know of. But that's the nice thing about having these records. Like back in the day, I couldn't afford these. So
lots of Pat Benatar.
Well, remember it was a 4-pack of Pat Benatar.
The same as all you need is now what. The same as all our need is now what you brought Thomas, the pink one last year.
Yeah, I did get it. I got thanks to you telling me it existed, and somebody else got a copy of it too, right?
Ooh, I'm looking at what you got. Sorry, I'm looking at your record pile.
Let's talk about how I got you a copy of that record.
That was very nice. I got it in my record pile. I can listen to Duran Duran and then Wet Leg and all the good stuff. Font says, nice records, Thomas.
Treat Me Right. It says CK on it. I don't know who that is. Then I open it up. I just can't tell you how bad the record selection is where we live, but I couldn't believe she had this. And I've listened to it. It's in excellent condition. No skips or anything.
They got Take On Me.
You hear that?
I have.
I don't think I owned this back in the day. I think I had the cassette tape.
Well, there you go.
And all the inserts are in here. Here's the one that blew my balls off.
What do you got?
Soft Cell 12-inch single of Tainted Love.
Tainted Love.
Where Did Our Love Go?
Uh-huh.
And then it's got Memorabilia and Tainted Dub, which is longer than
Tainted Love.
A 12-inch.
Oh.
Couldn't believe that was there.
Whole brain
it's in good condition.
Exploded.
Couldn't believe it. The Waitresses.
I heard of that.
You know what boys like?
I know what boys like.
And see that picture right there? That's that chick's graduation. They use that. I think that's pretty funny.
Boys like me. Thank you. What else you got?
You ever hear the Bangles?
I heard of the Bangles. What song they got on there that I know?
Hero Takes a Fall. You ever hear that one?
Do the tune for me.
A hero takes the fall. A hero takes the fall. Won't be sad at all.
I've heard that one.
Oh, did I show the back? Whoa, that's my face.
Nice work.
There's those chicks right there.
They're all looking at each other. What else you got?
Talking Heads.
I feel like I heard of that before.
There is the super suit. This was there's Psycho Killer right there, first one.
Psycho Killer.
This suit was everywhere. Once in a lifetime.
Run, run, run. You know Duran did a cover of that song?
Yeah, and I think they did a better job than the original guy. Flashdance soundtrack?
I've heard of Flashdance.
Right?
I think Katie's mentioned it.
Maniac?
I'm a maniac, oh no. They toured with Duran, Ron says.
Who? Flashdance? Or Talking Heads?
Maybe it was Talking Heads.
Well, but that acoustic Christmas thing that I saw, just this one guy here with the flowery coat, this guy, David Byrne, he came out with a reel-to-reel, dropped it on the floor, and then did a bunch of songs.
Kind of looks like Weezer on the back.
This one's got, we're on a road to nowhere.
I don't know that one. What else you got? Paradise?
Sticks. Paradise Theater. Is that the front or the back? I thought this was a gatefold or something. Oh yeah, look at how cool these guys are. Boing.
Whoa. Galapamere.
I don't
What's a
even know
song
what
I know
songs are
on
there.
here?
I don't know. I haven't got to this one yet.
Oh, okay.
I
don't think I know these songs.
Too much time on my hands and the best of time.
Fawn says, thank you, Thomas, for showing us your records.
Well, I love to show.
Looks like we got 2 more.
Uh-oh, rat.
Rat out of the cellar.
Round and round, comes around, goes around. I'll tell you why. That song was big because the lead singer somehow connected to Milton Berle, nephew or something. And then he was in the video, so MTV played the shit out of that.
We got our last one.
Last one is the Oats.
Yeah. Is there anything I know on there?
Gotta be something, right? Every record they put out. Private Eyes.
Every time I go to Books A Million and I see that eaten up Cyndi Lauper record, I get a little bit sad on the inside.
I'm sorry.
I want that Cyndi Lauper record.
Which one is it? The original? She's So Unusual?
It's the one that has all the good stuff on it.
Well, she's got 2 records that are world class.
And
And the third one's pretty good too.
And it was all chewed up.
That's too bad.
I know.
I can't go for that. No.
I can't
no
go
can
for that.
do. Did it in a minute.
I know. I can't go for that.
That's it. Is that a gatefold? No, but the little Bubba is in there.
Too fancy. There you go.
There it is. But no Rio because it was destroyed. So I want to thank everybody for talking about David Lynch or whatever the best we could. I mean, really, it's not my thing.
We mainly didn't talk about David Lynch.
But I did get to show this, and hopefully you can go find this. It's on Tubi for free, and you can be happy.
You ever heard of the band of Kool-Aid? Band of Cool of the Gang?
Cool of the Gang? Yeah. Everybody likes Cool in the Gang.
Cool in the Gang.
That's, cherish the love we had, baby.
I know what boys like.
That's the
I know
waitresses.
what guys want. I know what boys like. Boys like. Boys like me.
Was that after she jumped off a cliff?
That's what the song sounds like.
Like Homer when he fell down the cliff and hit 87 things.
Yeah.
Then they put him in the ambulance and he fell back down.
It was a helicopter that was trying to retrieve him.
Good stuff. So thank you all for indulging this. I don't know what. And you know what I'm going to do right before we leave? What? I'm going to show the video. YouTube, suck it. I'm only going to show it real quick, and then there's nothing you can do about it.
You're going to get the live taken down.
You can eat my bag of meats.
I like the song of Joanne.
Joanna, I love you. That guy's got a great voice.
Okay.
It's buttery smooth, trust me.
I'm.
YouTube, you sons of bitches.
Ooh, and you get the best part.
There it is. I can't even see what I'm saying here.
Alien faces.
There it is.
I'm getting scared.
YouTube, kiss my squirrel. All right, thanks everybody.
Bye,
we'll see you next
Laserbrain.
week finally with Bleed Like Me. And
Me.
maybe we'll be here tomorrow for Television That Matters or some shit like that never seems to happen. Bye bye.